Now on Good Morning El Paso, happening today. Students in Alpine head back to school following the shooting last week. The latest on the investigation.
Hillary Clinton has canceled her campaign events today after a health issue was revealed. I'm ABC's Lana Zach in Washington with that story coming up.
Plus, how El Pasoans honored the firefighters who rushed in to help those in need on the 15th anniversary of September 11th.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
Rise and shine. A very good morning to you, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanie Valle. Hillary Florin is off today. It is 6 o'clock in the morning now, and time for our forecast. Getting things started with Nicole Gomez. Hi, Nicole.
Hi there, Stephanie. It's a great start to our morning with comfortable temperatures. We'll remain in the 70s in El Paso and Las Cruces until the 9 o'clock hour, but it will be a warm afternoon. Storm outlook for today. Rain chances will go up just slightly this afternoon, but we will see an increase tonight at 20%. Currently, clouds and radar showing that it is dry. El Paso, Las Cruces, pretty much throughout the entire region. But again, we will start to see those changes arrive here by this afternoon and this evening. Coming up at 6:07 with your weather and traffic on the 7s. We'll take a look at your current temperatures to get you out the door, the ABC7 WeatherNet site temperatures, and we'll take a look at your school planner so you can get the kids ready for school. That's all coming up. Stephanie?
All right, thank you, Nicole. New this morning, we begin with a search for a wanted sex offender. 47-year-old David Cardenas was last seen on Friday at the halfway house in Horizon. He's wanted for parole violation and failing to register as a sex offender. Cardenas was convicted of raping a 12-year-old girl in Georgia. If you have any information on his whereabouts, you're asked to call the sheriff's office at 915-538-2008. Happening today, students in Alpine will be returning to school. School was canceled Friday after a shooting on Thursday. Sheriff's deputies say a freshman girl pulled a gun on a female classmate and then turned the gun on herself. She was found dead inside a school bathroom. The other student was hospitalized. Police are still searching for a motive and say the shooter did not know the girl that she shot. El Pasoans remember 9/11. The El Paso Fire Department held a memorial yesterday, unveiling a sculpture honoring New York firefighters who responded on September 11th, 15 years ago. And joining them was a New York firefighter who fought to rescue survivors.
Look at this sky right here. This is the sky we saw above the burning towers. The plume of smoke could be seen from 40 miles away. That morning, I was doing my usual chores. I was getting ready to do some work around the house, and my son called from high school and said, "Daddy, a plane has hit the Trade Center."
Retired New York Fire Department Deputy Chief Austin Horan ran out of his home hurrying to get into the city. He described being able to see the smoke from the Twin Towers miles outside the city. He also described the scene at Ground Zero after finally arriving to help.
There were still burning fires that they just abandoned. We were checking elevators that were stuck between floors, breaching walls and stuff, trying to get into them, just to make sure we could clear everybody out for search purposes.
And here's a look at the new memorial that was unveiled yesterday. The sculpture is called Rising Stronger, and it was created by artist Julio Sanchez de Alba. The statue is at Station 18, which is on the 7900 block of San Jose Road in the Lower Valley. Hillary Clinton was suffering from pneumonia when she quickly departed a September 11th memorial ceremony on Sunday, according to her doctor. The incident comes as rival Donald Trump has attempted to call Clinton's health into question. ABC's Lana Zach is following the latest from Washington. It's your voice, your vote.
This video is igniting calls for the presidential candidates to release more comprehensive health records. As you can see here, Hillary Clinton appears to stumble, her Secret Service detail lifting her up and into her van. Just before, Clinton had been attending the 9/11 memorial ceremony at Ground Zero.
And we were standing for about an hour and a half, in one place, and that could be in a very stifling heat. It was very, 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 very hot.
That's when her campaign says Clinton became overheated and dehydrated. She was taken to her daughter's apartment nearby. A few hours later, Clinton emerged.
How are you feeling, Secretary?
In a statement, Clinton's personal doctor said she was diagnosed with pneumonia on Friday. She was put on antibiotics and advised to rest and modify her schedule.
There are many different types of pneumonia. Some are very serious, some are mild, and some are even contagious. It's not clear exactly what kind she has, but clearly it hasn't been serious enough to keep her off the campaign trail.
But there have been questions. A coughing fit in Ohio last week and a concussion following a fainting spell in 2012, making Clinton's stamina the subject of Donald Trump's attacks.
She doesn't have the strength or the stamina.
The latest ABC News Washington Post poll showed Trump is gaining support among likely voters. Now neck and neck in key states, Clinton at 46% with 41% for Trump.
Trump had previously called on Clinton to release a more thorough health record, even though he himself had not done so. He said he would if Clinton did. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
Las Cruces and El Paso are just about 45 miles away from each other, but there is one big difference in the eyes of filmmakers: tax incentives. Good morning, El Paso's Denise Olivas is live with this story. Denise.
And that was the topic of last night's ABC 7 Extra. We spoke to the makers of River, a new movie that takes place here in the borderland. The actors, writers, and director are all local. And while some of the movie was shot in El Paso, most of it was filmed in New Mexico. And the reason? The state's 25% tax incentive for filmmakers. Last year, Texas cut its film incentive program by 2/3. The director of the movie River, Matthew Valdovinos, lives in El Paso and hopes that Texas can mirror New Mexico's effort to attract Hollywood to the borderland. He says the talent is here.
It's so important because there's so much culture here. There's so many great stories to tell in El Paso, so many great writers. I meet writers all the time. They have great stories to tell, and it's so sad that we bring in the writers from Los Angeles or New York, and we have them here.
And the makers of River are now hoping for a distribution deal that could take the Borderland project worldwide. Back to you.
Okay, we'll see. Thank you, Denise. And now coming up on 6:07, time for weather and traffic on the 7s. Let's start things off with Storm Tracker Nicole Gomez. Good morning.
Good morning, Stephanie. Here to look at your Monday planner so you can get the kids ready for school. It will be a comfortable start to the morning. We'll warm up by your lunch hour with a 10% chance for showers, and the end of the school day, we are in the 90s, so it will be warm this afternoon. Temperatures pretty much throughout the region will be much warmer this afternoon. Currently, our ABC 7 WeatherNet site showing the east side, 72 at Loma Terrace. Valley View Middle School, we're at 72, and at the Texas Tech Health Science Center, 73 is the temperature. Looks like the cool spot, Silver City and Ruidoso, those temperatures in the 50s, and looks like we're the warmest in El Paso at 73. We're in the 60s, Las Cruces, Van Horn, and Sierra Blanca, where we're currently under clear skies, and we're not seeing much rain to start out your morning. Rain chances will increase this afternoon and tonight as well. Now, coming up in your full forecast, we'll talk about that increased chance for showers. We'll take a look at the latest future track computer model, and we're also tracking a cool down. Those details coming up in your full forecast. Mauricio?
Hi, Nicole. Good morning. Traffic looking good right now for your Monday morning. We're only noticing a bit of a slowdown here on Montana in both directions by Loop 375. Some of that morning traffic starting to hit out on the streets, but other than that, things are looking good. No major delays in El Paso. Las Cruces, things are looking good as well. 62 miles per hour on I-10 heading east, 68 miles per hour, or 68 if you're heading east towards El Paso, 62 if you're heading west, 65 your current speed right now on I-25. But notice that in about 12 minutes, Highway 70 will be closed between mile marker 172 and mile marker 200 for about an hour. So again, if you are heading out there, do take in mind as that closure will be going on for an hour. Now coming up at 6:17 for your weather and traffic on the 7s, there's a whole lot of closures going on in El Paso. I'll have those details, plus we'll take a look at your west side drive times.
Okay, thank you, Mauricio. And at 6:08, keep it here for more to come on Good Morning El Paso. North Korea has once again conducted a nuclear test over the weekend. Why this one may have some Southeastern Asian countries on edge. Plus, passengers forced to evacuate an airport after a bomb scare over the weekend. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.
You're watching ABC 7's Good Morning El Paso with